Welcome back. Welcome back. This is the Roundtable episode 87. You may know we're not live on a Tuesday, it's Wednesday, but we are here with you regardless. So let's make up for that missed live last night and let's hit it off. We'll be back to Tuesdays next week, but this just worked out better this week. Maykono, it's good to see you. He says, hello, everyone. I'm here to support the queen of YouTube, Denise Castillo. All right, I got your queen coming in just a moment. Let's see, Salvador, good to see you. Good evening. It's been a minute, Sal. Good to see you. How are you? And we got Mr. Goyo. That's right. Homegirls and homeboys. Yay. Good to see you, Mr. Goyo. Much love to you and the fam. All right, C-Dog, buenos tardes. How are you? Definitely good to see you. God bless you. All right, let's bring in the queen, our blonde bombshell. Here she comes.
You're crazy.
How
you doing, sis?
I'm good. Hanging in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My
got a little baby. Your baby's so cute. Oh my gosh, she's so adorable.
He's
got that perfect Gerber baby.
He does, right? Someone told my daughter, like, oh, you should enter him into the Gerber baby contest after his surgery, maybe, because he goes in next Wednesday for his surgery. So yeah, prayers for my little grandbaby.
Continuing prayers.
Yes. Continued prayers, please. Let's bring in the gentleman of the panel.
Hi, guys.
Hey,
guys.
The surprise. It's always here he goes. Watch out. Who is it?
Hey, guys. What's up?
Hey, Fred.
Just me. Hi, guys. How you guys doing? How you guys doing?
Fred.
Hello.
Good. We're here on a Wednesday. Right?
Yeah, no, being fresh.
Yeah, you're throwing me off, Jen. My whole week.
Right? Hey.
Today's what?
Taco Tuesday.
We're all on our throw off this week.
It's hump day, right? Hey,
yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
Everybody in the chat as well. Thank you.
Yep. Yes, good to see everyone. Been working.
Everybody.
Day off. All right.
Carlos, Eastside. Los.
That's right. Good to see you guys. Checking in to get a glimpse of the blonde bombshell. Watch out. There she is.
Oh my
you guys, make sure it hit the thumbs up for us. It gets us out to people that might not know we're live on a Wednesday. And if you can help us share the live, we greatly appreciate it. So, Cholo, there is our brother right there. Good to see you, Cholo. And I believe
I need to talk to Cholo after we're done here.
Okay.
No, nothing bad. I was gonna wear my lime green suit because of Two-Face Entertainment, but then I wore it one time and some kids saw me and they were like, "Hey, look, Mom, it's Shrek," and I was like,
Fred, you're crazy. Oh my God.
I gotta talk to you, my brother. We'll talk after.
Yes, because tomorrow also check us out. I'm gonna be on Cholo's Mas channel and I'm gonna be getting grilled again. So I'm gonna share that in the chat here and you guys can I'm telling you
in on that channel.
You what?
I have a hard time tapping it because I go on my my YouTube on the TV.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of gives me a hard time tapping in there.
Well, if you go on your phone and then you play it, and then you go to your library on the TV, it should pop up. On the TV, on your phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go on your phone, you find it on your phone, and then you go to the library on your TV, and it should pop up right there.
Oh, okay. I'll try that because it comes on my phone, no problem.
There's the link for tomorrow night, guys. So check us out on Cholo's channel. That's a lot of fun. All right. So here we are on a Wednesday. Let's just get this cracking and get the people filled in. I think both of you guys blew me out of the water as far as having an exciting week. So we start out with the queen right here because she had a busy week. Let's hear about it, sis.
Oh my gosh, where do I begin?
I know.
Okay, so we'll go back a week because I wasn't here with you guys last week.
Yes.
But we did end up going to Chicano Park, that car show out there in San Diego. And hi, who is that? De La Rosa.
Hey, Sandra De La Rosa.
Everybody.
Good to see you, Sandra.
Do we have enough people up in here? It's always
Yeah,
enough.
always enough. Oh,
So yeah, so it was me, my hubby, Brenda, Love, Teresa, her son Gabriel. We met Heather up there. Heather in the chat, not yet. We met Big D, and we all met up over there. Floyd.
okay. Floyd, shout out to
Oh my
Floyd.
God! Shout out to Floyd, man. He's such an amazing person, you guys.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
we get there, and shout out to Floyd because he paid for our parking. We didn't even like expect
Oh,
that.
wow.
But he's like, no, right here, right there on the boulevard, like on the street. We just had to walk to put our chair down in the grass. That's how close we were.
Nice.
Yeah, unlike last year, we had a park blocks away. So then we get there, Floyd's already there, and next thing you know, Brenda and Teresa pull up. It was just an amazing day, you guys. Other than just like, I mean, how much more can I tell you? Park full of people, cars. The car show was, as always, off the hook. There's so many bombs, so many cars, just so many clubs there. And
Hmm.
shout out to Logan Park, man, out there in San Diego for hosting that Chicago Park. I don't remember what year it is. What year? I think it's like 57 or something like that. I don't know. It goes back a long ways.
Oh,
Should have
wow.
been history on that, but
Tradition, huh?
good,
Tradition.
good turnout, good show. We got our chairs out and just put them up like under a tree, because that's how you do it. Other than walk around and then you go and sit down. Oh, we met Food. Food for Felon. Fred,
Who's that?
Food for Felons. It's one of Dub's friends. Food for Felon.
Oh,
Oh, and shout out to Cheeks and Mob. They went to
Shout out to Cheeks. Yeah.
Cheeks.
Okay.
And yeah, there was a whole bunch of us guys just hanging out back and
Fun.
having a good old day,
Yeah, that's what's up. That sounds like a lot of fun. So it looks or sounds like a family event, kind of like friendly stuff like that. I did see a crazy video about little squabbles that went down.
There was a mishap, happened at the end, but nothing that was not controlled. Everything was controlled and stuff. And
nice.
what else? We just took our chairs this time and just parked it under a tree and just kicked back and just kind of people watched, and what else? Met up. Oh, and then after that, Brenda was there too. Did I mention Brenda? She ended up taking it. Brenda always has the day planned, right? After the car show, we'll go eat somewhere.
Mhm.
I don't know if she's in the chat yet, but we went to this burger place by the beach, and Brenda always picks the right place all the time.
Okay.
So she
knows the
hooked us
spot.
up. We ate some burgers and walked on the beach and just hung out right there for a little while.
Nice. That's
And
cool.
then that was pretty much it. This day was just amazing, you guys. That day was kickback. I have pictures on my Instagram, but I don't know. Maybe we can upload them later.
Mhm. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
some
and that's it. You guys just did that, and then this past weekend, it was a busy weekend. A busy weekend too. We had Gilu. I don't know if he's here yet, but we had Gilu's fifth reunion to go to on Saturday. So we did that. We hung out with him. An amazing place. I mean, he picks Didi. Shout out to Didi.
Yes,
He
Dee.
picks some place. Always picks the right place. She gets like
Right?
nice Airbnbs, and there's
Beautiful spots, huh? Like house party type, but upscale, nice.
Yeah,
in the
this was
hills.
like in the hills.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even remember where it was,
That's
you guys.
what's up.
Beverly Hills, not Beverly Hills. Starts with a V. Huh?
In the hills somewhere.
In the hills, but it was amazing. Just the view and the backyard. I don't know if you guys see pictures that I posted, but
Yeah.
beautiful place, man.
No, what,
Amazing
no,
people, everybody that was there. Just I got to meet like the Guzman family. Shout out to the Contreras family as well.
Always.
Go ahead, Fred.
no, because I live right next door. I could hear everything, but I was busy.
Oh,
You couldn't make it, huh?
Yeah, because next door, I was like, hey,
Keep it down, guys.
oh, dude, day after that, I had my nephew. So that junior party. Oh, I forgot to get my award. I won an award. I gotta
Oh,
show you guys.
okay.
It said Firecracker Award.
That's cool. Firecracker. All right. I
I'll
see it.
I'll have to go get it, guys. But oh, and then that, and then my neighbor, my nephew signed. He got sworn in. He's going to the army. So
Really?
hats off to him. Yeah.
mutual troops.
He's going to Korea for a year. He tells me at the last minute because he didn't want me to worry. But he tells me, "Yeah, I'm going to Korea for a year and then I'll be back in the States." And I'm like, okay.
Nice.
Wow.
Prayers out, hats
Yes.
off to him. He's so excited.
It's good though.
Yeah, he's doing a good thing for himself.
All right.
So
Well,
I'm
that's
glad that he sees it, in that way and to better himself,
yeah.
better himself and put himself through a few years of that.
Okay. All
Um,
right. Well, I mean, that sounds like definitely a great career move for him. Sorry.
Yeah, for sure. Well, he was talking kids, having 4 children, and I'm like, why are you thinking about children right now?
Dang.
I'm like, don't. He's like, yeah, I want to marry a Korean woman, and starts going on, and I'm like, you're crazy. Just leave that out of the equation
The
right
right
now.
place. He's going to the authentic.
Type, huh?
I like this guy, but he's
Right.
There's
What's
big
good?
stops. There's Floyd.
Perfect son.
Right, my birthday
I was just
twin.
boasting about you, Floyd. Much love to you, Floyd.
Yes, Floyd. I hear you're the man.
He is the
That's
man.
what's up. Saludos.
With the Floyd, man.
So yeah, my weekend went quick. Everything, of course, everything just played out, the way it was supposed to, and we had a good time, and see my nephew off to his party on Sunday. We had a dinner for him out in LA at my aunt's house, and just he's a character. They grow up so fast, you guys.
Yeah.
You already know these kids now. They grow up quick, and next thing you know, they're headed out to the army.
That's crazy. The army. That's cool.
Yes, very cool. That was my weekend. You guys, just everything happened so quick, and everything was the way I planned. The way I planned.
Mhm.
That's good. That's good. Because sometimes things don't go as planned. But if
Yeah.
it went planned,
Right?
2 thumbs up, man. Straight up. It's good.
Yeah, it did. So
That's
we
right.
miss you.
the car show to like that weekend, and then till this weekend, everything was just really smooth. We're just bored.
Yeah.
We miss you.
Is that the same guy again? No, I'm kidding.
Carlos, thank you so much. Thank you so
Um,
much. I know she appreciates it, and we appreciate your support. Most
Definitely.
All
definitely.
for you.
Most definitely. All right, Fred, how about you? I know you got something.
Where to start? Well, for starters, a couple of things happened, so I'm going to be a little winded here. My nephew Eddie, he lives in
Yes, Eddie.
New Mexico,
Mm-hmm.
but he's a truck driver. So he was up towards Sacramento,
Mm-hmm.
and on Sunday they had a show up in Stockton. So we went, and he had I don't know if you call it a layover or something. He had to wait for a load until Monday. So to drop off a load on Monday or something like that. So I was on the phone with him, and he was like, "Hey man, you know what? I could go down the load. Since I get to the I don't know my way over there too much, So it's about 20 minutes away from where we were at or where we were headed." I said, "Yeah, no, we'll pick you up. We'll go.
Yeah.
And we went, and I got. Long story short, I got to pick him up, and it was just great to see him, man. It was just like one of those things that was just like because it wasn't expected.
Yeah.
It was just like a fluke of the moment kind of deal. You know, a big hug, you give me a big hug, she smiled, and you got the people on the phone, we go back. So we went to the car show where we were headed because I was formally invited to attend. Right?
Okay.
So we went in, and right when we got there, I was like, "Hey, Fred!" I'm like, "What the heck?" And there's somebody I know, you know.
Oh,
So we're out there, that's kind of a distance from here, you know.
Mhm. That's right,
But
Sandra.
I can't go nowhere with you, dude. Like, somebody they know
Check you
you.
out, right?
Yeah, so I'm like, we walk in, we see somebody else, and then so on and so forth. We walk into a couple of cars. Long story short, I was there because Tony, I had talked to Tony about it, and
Mm,
he showed up. He showed up, and then Forever Genesis showed up,
right on.
and
nice.
I got to meet them. I
Hmm.
talked to Tony briefly. I talked to them like not very long because they were busy. Even afterwards, it's like I my nephew and I we stepped to the side a little bit because we let the people that are gonna buy merch and stuff like that. I already have an album and stuff like that. Um, so no, we connected with them and it was super cool to finally meet them in person. We got
Yeah. Hey,
you know what
Junior.
I want to
Welcome
see
back.
You never met Tony A in person?
no, I've been talking with him like through YouTube and stuff like that since
Wow.
I want to say when he started like in 2020 maybe.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2020 I think it was something like that. And
Yeah.
that's
yeah,
cool.
we had swap numbers and stuff, and we'd call and talk, and here and there with text and
Hmm.
stuff.
Yeah.
And then, well, hey, man, I'd like to meet you, and I said, so yeah, we maybe it makes sense to go
Mm.
out there. Uh, and then
Well,
got to talk to Forever Genesis, super sweet. Thank you to her. Shout out to Forever Genesis. She was so sweet. She said, hey, thank you for your videos about my album and stuff. I really appreciate it. And
Oh,
that
nice.
was
that's
that's
surprising. I would think you had met him like, before.
yeah, no. But then we're like in the same generation, and so
Yeah.
like Melvin and I, we kind of hit it off, and it's just kind of like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
so it's just a thing.
Yeah.
And no Diddy, no Diddy,
No,
Uh,
Dave.
no Diddy. And
Good for
so
him.
then afterwards,
Fun.
I looked up, and I told my nephew, hey, look, there's Yuck Mouth of the Loonies from
no
I got.
way.
And then we're just like, oh, I just kind of left it alone. I didn't approach him or anything. I just kind of let him be.
Uh-huh.
I said, what? I go, that name? Because it was kind of like a little far, but I was like, oh, well, yeah, you know. But then afterwards, so here's the other thing too. And shout out to Newton Central Coast Car Club. And,
Yeah.
yeah, member of ours, Chuck, with his movie violations. So we were there. We basically were there, like, we had the day, you know.
Okay.
And I told Debbie, you know what, dude? I go, check this out, dude. I go, we're gonna stay for the awards at the end. He's
Hmm.
the only council member that showed up, so we're gonna back him up. We're gonna show up. We're gonna back him up.
Yeah.
Because I know what it's like. I mean, I showed like when the mini truck era you know kind of slowed down in the 90s or whatnot.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
showed for like 4 years by myself.
Really?
Oh, wow.
And then every time I showed to the player, everybody, like, where's everybody at? I'm like, you know,
Right.
but so I said I'm gonna stay to back him up. So we stayed to back him up. And he brought home for his truck a nice pickup. I believe it's 92 Mazda, tangerine color, pink cab, camper shell with hydraulics on the bed and so on and so forth. Nice interior, leather interior. He brought home 3 awards from that truck.
Wow. Okay.
Shout
Oh,
out,
right on.
shout out to Newton Central Finance on his way.
Yes.
Um, and then we were sitting down, and he said, "Hey, sit down because my knee was bothering me." So he
Mm.
was sitting on his chair that he had because we didn't have chairs. And then I was sitting there, and after a little while, like, it was just a lot better. About as good as it was gonna get. And then
Mhm.
he goes, there's one of the loonies, Yuck Mouth of the loonies.
Mm.
And I said, oh, shoot. So I got up and I went over there to talk to him. And I called Eddie up there. I called Eddie over and I gave community the moment.
Mhm.
So we went over there and then I was talking to him. And he looked at me and said, oh, shoot, man. He goes, how you been? And there was people like around him. People were taking pictures and stuff. And he was, how you been, man? Like, we started talking. He remembers from 2002 when we first met, like in person.
That's
Mm.
cool.
It was like, oh, man, you been? And yada, yada, yada.
Right on.
I'm good, but I don't want to take up too much time,
Yeah.
and he announced it to the people like, hey, this is my folks.
Fred's all trying to keep his cool, really, for reals, huh?
Yeah, no, I was just kind of like, all right, thank you, and then
Mhm.
it's the photo, and then I backed up. I don't like to,
Be too
and
much.
go on people and bombard and stuff. Even with Tony A2, like, I take a step back when the resident comes to me and cool, we talk, I don't like to be all up,
No.
or go up to tap the phone and, stick a camera in their face. Like,
Mm.
I don't,
Yeah, I don't like that.
yeah,
Like,
I don't do that. I
I
should be,
respect people like that too.
there was enough to do, there was enough moments there to do footage content,
Mhm.
but
mhm.
I don't want to be one of those people, shoving camera in people's faces. So
Right?
anyway, um, so after that, we're sitting there, and then shout out to my friend Butter, Andy Gutierrez, aka Butter. He was there, and I got up to say hi to him. He's a old school Concord member as well.
Right on.
Mhm.
So see, there's Jeff Mont over there. He was on the other end. Now it was kind of a little more calm. People were still taking pictures. So we go over there. We start talking like Paul Eddie over.
Mhm.
And then he introduces me to Jeff Mont, right? He said, "Oh, he's my boy. He does music." And then he goes, "Man, he goes, me and him are family, bro. We start music first, like whatever." And I introduced him to Eddie, and now it was more calm, so we got to interact with him.
Mhm.
And then Eddie FaceTimed my son, and Jeff Mark got to talk to my son because when Jeff Mark and I met, my
Mhm.
mom was pregnant with my son.
Mm.
They were
Wow.
young, and
Long
and
time
he,
ago, yeah.
and he was all, "Hey man," he goes, "I saw you, and you were still inside, and all this other stuff. It was good to see you." And
Mm.
so it wasn't, but I didn't film it because it's a moment for us, and I'm
Yes.
filming it now, but I mean, yeah, it was just a moment, for that. And I don't look at it any different. I don't try to be like, oh, I'm such and such. It's just,
Right.
I just see them as people,
Thank you.
Yeah.
and that
Right.
was,
It's good to see
hey,
you, Howard. Thank you for catching the live.
right? And it was just, it was a big moment, that Car Club came home with 3 awards. You know,
Nice.
we got to meet and talk to and, see
Mm.
everybody we're going to see and stuff.
Was
Mhm.
Tony A tall? As tall? Is he really tall as they say he
Oh,
is?
yeah, really,
Yeah.
oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's 3, and
Mm.
I'm
Oh,
six
yeah.
foot one, but,
Oh my gosh, Fred.
Ah.
so anyway, like, get on your knees, bro, so we can be like the
No,
same
it's a
height.
trip. It's a trip out when you meet in person. Like it's a different, even though like us, we talk all the time, and
Yeah.
but it's different when we meet. It's gonna be like,
No, yeah, but you know what, Denise? At least on my end of it, like, I can't speak for him,
yeah,
But when I saw him, I was just like, okay, it's just like it's buddy you've always known, you know.
Mhm.
right,
It's like you already know, what's up,
yeah,
bro? It wasn't like, oh my god, like
Yeah.
the
how
camera
special.
does for 10 pounds. I
Yeah.
don't think he thought that about me, but anyways, uh, it, but
Mm.
no, but but it was cool. It was a good thing, and it was just a great moment all the way around. It was a great moment. It was exciting. Mission accomplished in a sense. I have some stuff going on too with Jeff Monk now and stuff like that too. But I've stayed in touch with them as well. So
Mhm.
we have some stuff, coming up.
All right. I love
That's
to hear
cool,
it.
man. That is real
Yeah,
cool.
Good.
that's all about going and networking and
Yeah.
being oneself. You know,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
try to get all you know. 'Cause you
That's
can see it in people's faces when you try too hard and you try to blend in. You can see it in their face, like
Yeah.
get out of here, get out of here. You know,
I
I'm
bet
like,
it's like that, right? Like I don't obviously I don't get out a whole lot and go to a lot of social functions, at least not
yeah,
yet. But I would imagine it's like that. If people are too intense or in somebody's personal space, it can get awkward real fast.
yeah,
I
yeah.
had I
And
had this one. Go
I
ahead.
respected that. I stay away. Like, hey, hey, good to meet you, bro. How you doing? Did you have a good ride over here? Yada yada yada. And then, hey, we're gonna go over here. Okay, cool. That's it. You know,
Yeah.
let 'em do- and even after, like, hey, you have the same trip, bro. It's good seeing you guys. Yada yada yada. Be safe. You
No, yeah.
know, when you get home, so on and so forth.
Right.
But no, that was it. That was it. That
I
was
had
it.
that happen to me once at the swap meet,
Really?
where I got recognized, and it was a little too much. I was like, I didn't know how to handle it. I really was like, okay, tone it down. To me in my head, I
Okay.
was
Yeah,
like, bring it down
Was
a
it
notch.
just too
It-
intense for what you were used to, or
yeah, for me experiencing that, because
okay?
they know, Denise Castillo, they know me throughout like the chat and YouTube and whatnot.
Hmm.
But
yeah,
this particular person was like all starstruck, and I was like, I didn't know how to receive that,
Yeah.
It was kind
Yeah.
of like, wait a minute. But it was cool, but then it got to a little like,
You
yeah, it's
got a
me,
little bit.
right
yeah.
here.
Oh,
But
You know what? It's weird because I've had somebody a couple of times like, oh, you could make this happen for me. You can do this. It's like
yeah.
oh my
I'm
gosh.
just a regular guy. What I mean, I'm just a regular guy,
What?
bro. It's just a you know take a couple of steps back.
One RC, for instance. This guy.
Right?
It's kind of yeah. It's
Yeah.
just that at the end of it all, man. I mean, we're just doing what we love. What we love to do, and that's it. You know,
Right?
Oh
take
yeah.
everything to just like anything in the world with moderation. Except
Yeah.
food. Everything with moderation. I'm just saying. Everything with moderation.
Right. What's good, RC?
This is the
Welcome.
guy I was talking about. This guy RC right here. He doesn't leave me alone. I don't know what to
Oh
do.
yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
I was like, oh dang, Denise can help her then.
No, I'm
Put him
kidding.
on
I met
blast.
RC at this. I met this guy too. It was a pleasure meeting RC.
Aw.
Um,
Welcome, RC.
he meant to say where the girls are prettier from Orange County, but
Oh, okay, okay. That's
Yeah,
yeah, he was cool to meet. Yeah, we met him a few Sundays back. We went to the swap meet. Um,
nice,
I was able
nice.
to meet him. So yeah, throughout the chat, people get to know that name and whatnot, and then you're just like, I know how to receive it now. It's just that and all this was in my head, you guys, about being like,
Well, no,
but no, it wasn't in my it wasn't in my head. He was really like starstruck,
Oh yeah?
and
yeah,
I didn't know how to like take that.
Kind of deal with it.
Where I was
Yeah.
now I do. Now I'm just like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm cool with it, whatever. It's all good.
Right.
I
It's
had
probably
that
like that first.
a long time ago with the music thing. I showed up to the East Ridge in San
Right
Jose,
on, RC.
and
No,
Thank
it
you.
broke me. Hey! And I was like,
That's what's up.
what
sorry
it broke.
guys.
And then it says, oh, you're such and this and that. And I was like, what? And he said,
Right. When Fred met the star of Cholo Trucker, he would not let go of the bear hug. I remember that. I remember that hug.
if
And
you want
it
to
Wow.
was
go,
intense.
I
It
even
got
picked,
weird.
you're not going nowhere.
Wow.
I had to get Fred
I'm
by
gonna pick
that
you up.
wrist right there and be like, okay, Fred, it's getting weird, bro.
When he was here, but I was like, stop. No, Bruce.
Get away, Jen, get away.
Stop it somewhere, please.
No,
Hey, you
Right?
guys are the only ones, not only one, but so far that I yet to meet in person, and I can't
Isn't
wait.
that weird? I know.
yeah,
I
it
know.
is. But see, this is what I mean. The same thing with Tony as well. Even with Cholo Trucker, when I finally seen him in person, I was like, oh, hey, what's up? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was a cool thing, because we're just being
It just
normal on him, not
felt
animated.
natural though, right? It felt some people I think they are who they are. And that's
Yeah.
how it felt with Cholo, how it felt with you, Fred. And I know obviously sis will feel the same way. And
Yeah.
some people I've talked to other people who have met different creators or creators who have met other people, and they're like, man, that person was not at all like how they
Wow.
Yeah, how they come across.
represented themselves. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because even when we what aliens?
do you think
No,
aliens or UFOs are? Do
What
you
is
think
a
UFO
government.
or aliens are government?
I don't know,
That's
man.
a
I mean,
question, Jojo.
we already
Where did that come from?
Jojo,
we're
Oh,
here, but no. Well, you know what? Even when we met Jen, it was just
yeah.
genuine. You know, I mean, it was
Hey,
just like, hey,
yeah.
Fred is, I think, the only person who's seen me with no makeup on. We had a little transaction where I dropped cookies off to him in a
oh yeah,
parking lot. It was like almost looked like a deal going down, but really I was just passing off the cookies and
yeah,
the Christmas gift.
yeah. You know what, though, Jen? I don't. You know, when I talk to people, I don't go and like like look for this or for that. You know, it's
Right?
just know what they are. You know, it's just what they are. You know, be
Yeah.
like you know, different in person. You know, for
Uh,
No.
no, it's just what it is. You know,
yeah.
it's just what it is. I think that's a real nice thing. I mean, I think sometimes oh like I was telling you in San Jose,
Hmm.
this guy wouldn't get off me, man, and I was like, hey. No, I'm not who you think I am. You know, like, and then I said, he goes, no, you, this ain't whatever he said to me, right? And I
Total
was like,
Tucker. It is you. It is you.
no, 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 no. He was just like, he was just like, no, you did this and this. And I was like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. See, I know exactly who you are. And I'm like, okay, dude, like, I didn't know how to like kind of like detach, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was, but I mean, I don't want to say, oh, I get it because of this and that. No, it's just kind of weird sometimes, you know. It's
Yeah.
kind of weird sometimes, but it was cool. He was cool though. It just kind of that people like kind of okay, bro, I get it. Yeah, yeah, that was me, and
Nice.
Right.
but yeah, when they hit me, I got up fast. No, no.
You guys. That's
Hey,
right. Hey,
look
there's
at
Julie right there.
Julius
Good
hat.
man. Much
Hey,
love.
hey,
One
Shout out
chat.
to, shout out
gotta
to
get
you.
ready, guys.
Congrats on your 5th annual reunion, Gilu. That's what's up.
Yes.
Love to see it.
Nice,
That's
nice,
very cool. And I love to see the pictures on the spot. What's up, the City 18? Good to see you. How are you?
nice. The city.
Yeah, the City 18. That's right. Good to see you. Okay, so what did I do?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have nothing on you guys for this last week. Still trying to get my
But you
my
do,
footing.
though.
What?
Your baby, he's so cute.
Oh, my grandson.
Oh
Yes,
my
my
gosh,
little
I'd be all talking about it.
buttercup. Yep. I
Hey,
He's
know.
so cute, Jen. He's so adorable. And he looks like, I told you, like a Gerber baby. He has
I
that
know.
round head.
Yeah,
Perfect.
he does. I know he does. And then he's got just big,
Aw.
wide brown eyes, big old brown eyes, like his mom.
So cute.
What's
it's
good,
cool.
Kultura? Give her no makeup. Aw, thank you. Hit her. Sweet. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so my grandbaby, yeah, he has surgery this next Wednesday. So he will have
That's good.
a little nervous, but I know God is in control. He's got us. He's got him. So
Yeah,
little Junior will have a successful, yes, cleft lip
yeah,
surgery, and it's going to be at Stanford. So I know that's like the best place
Oh, nice.
to
Is that a good
be.
hospital?
Yeah,
Stanford?
Stanford Hospital,
Stanford. Oh,
Stanford
nice.
Children's
good
Hospital.
city. That's a good city.
Yeah, yeah,
Palo Alto, is it? It's Palo Alto, something like that. No, right?
right. Yep,
Yeah, yeah,
Palo Alto.
yeah.
They have crazy, like I've never seen any kind of, because they wouldn't let us all go inside the hospital. It's a children's hospital, right?
Mhm.
So when we went all together, like I went, his other grandma went, we all went. My other daughter, we rolled deep, showing up
Well,
for
that's
little
good.
JJ, but we couldn't all go in. So we walked around. There's like this outdoor shopping area, and this place went on for like miles and miles.
Oh,
And there were stores I had never even heard of. And it was just cool. It was a nice area, but you could definitely tell this is upscale. Like this is where the doctors go do their shopping and all that. So
right on.
I was just in there smelling all the beautiful fragrances and loving it while we were waiting. It was fun. It was
Yeah,
a lot
that's
of fun.
cool. That's cool. Well, prayers to him for the next month.
Yes, I know. It's going to go well. So my daughter had her surgery. She made it, her gallbladder surgery. She was all good after, just been helping out because she couldn't lift over 10 pounds. So she's healing up. Now the baby will have his and we'll be all good. So
Nice.
thank you, RC.
You were saying is that now they do something to
Sanho.
like no scar kind of deal, very 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 minimal.
Yeah. So fortunately, his scar is just it's very small. He only has it like on one side, and it doesn't even go all the way up into his nose, or fortunately it doesn't go into his palate at all.
Oh, nice.
So it's just the lip.
Oh, gosh. They have
a
so
lot of-
many.
Yeah, a lot of
It
people.
was not. Trust me. Like there's so much technology now for that. You hear it often now. Before you didn't.
Yeah, a lot of babies it goes into the palate, which is the top of your mouth, the roof of your mouth. So that's bone, and it can affect your bite, your dental stuff later on down the line. But fortunately, like Sanho Lifer says, Stanford is one of the top children's hospitals.
Nice.
They are the right people to deal with this kind of stuff. So I feel very blessed, that we live in the area where we're close enough that he can go there.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I've been there. I took my mom there a couple of times. Not to the children's hospital, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got very, very good doctors there,
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, shout out to doctors.
Yes, for sure. So this was a crazy, I think we sent this to each other. We all saw that video. We're going to play it, but I for some reason having some issues uploading or downloading, and I'm a little sketched out to show some videos because I don't know. I heard YouTube's not liking people doing that lately. But there was this video, and it was a funeral that took place. Do you guys remember the one? Okay. Do you want to explain what it looked like, Fred, or do you want me to?
Well, yeah, do you want me to? I could explain
Yeah,
it.
if you don't mind, and then we'll interject and share our opinions of what it was.
Yes. So, what I remember, this was a couple of weeks ago too, but it was the pallbearers going over to lay the casket on the grave on top. You know how they have the little metal thing around where they're gonna lay it on top of the metal thing or whatnot, and the the boards around and stuff collapsed, and the pallbearers went down with the casket into the grave, and the son, if I excuse me, if I remember correctly, he was knocked out cold.
Yep.
He was in front, and he got hit, and he was down at the bottom of the casket with
Man.
Yeah.
So when that video popped up, and being to a decent amount of funerals, my first thought was, how could that have happened? How in the world could that have happened? Because from my experience, it's kind of like they normally slide the casket onto this metal thing, and it rolls it over the gravesite, and everyone stands somewhat back, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then they do, at the end of the graveside, they lower it typically, unless people don't want to stay for that part.
Yeah.
But yeah, the what do you call them? Pallbearers? Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. Walked up, and like you said, everybody went down, crashing into the grave that was already pre-dug for the father. And like you said, had to be the son of the man who passed away that got knocked out. It was crazy. It was tragic. And I think there's legal action being taken for, there had to be some sort of responsibility there of hey, don't step up that far. I don't know how it went, but that was crazy and really messed up.
Yeah, that's against the cemetery actually. But
Yeah.
for people, we
Same,
get, I've never seen that happen.
No.
ever.
That's like that. It shouldn't. You know.
Oh no, it shouldn't happen because that's already traumatizing. So to like further scar someone, that's wild.
Imagine if that would open the casket. If that would have,
That's
oh my God, that would have
what
been all
I
bad.
thought. Oh my gosh.
Well, no,
That's the
what
part.
happens? They seal them. They're sealed.
Are
Oh,
they?
they do? I don't.
Once they're closed and stuff, they're sealed because there's a I'm gonna give them a call when you guys here at the head of the casket where the head's at.
Yeah.
You
Mm.
need the little whatever material whatever they put up.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
they stick like a metal thing, and you could lower the body deep into the
Oh, okay.
close the lid and stuff.
Mhm.
Right if you notice at the end of the casket for the feet area, there's
Mhm.
not, and that's it seals the casket. You
Oh,
know,
okay.
because it's illegal to open a casket in
Yeah.
with
You're
you know
right because they have to even after like someone has been, passed away, buried, they have to get a warrant if they ever want to, resume someone and
if they seal it because they don't want you don't want somebody to just right off and then try to open it or something.
right? That's
So
Well,
crazy. Huh?
you know
Yeah.
what I was tripping on, you guys? The
That,
Pope. I
you're
was
right.
tripping on the Pope's his whole thing, like his whole 3 day whatever ceremonial, how he was shown so much, I wish we could do that for our loved ones, like have more than just that few,
Really?
that last hour. But he was like there all day long
Yeah. I mean, that's
for a couple
like Kid
days.
Harding said about the dirt real quick. The dirt must have been very saturated and not supported the people who walked on it. I think that's
Oh
probably
yeah.
true. Now, you know what's crazy about that, sis, is the Pope actually
Okay,
asked,
guys, give me one
I
second.
guess he asked that he not be seen as much as previous popes are put out there and seen. But
oh yeah,
he was seen enough. Like I saw photos and videos as well. But typically, I guess they're put out there on display, for lack of better words, much more,
Yeah.
often or frequent. Hey, Nick, how are you? Hugo, good to see you. So
yes,
yeah, I don't know. Some people are different though with like some of us that's comforting, right? To see our loved one. But some
Mhm.
people don't want to see that at all.
yeah. I, yeah, yeah. It really depends. You know,
Okay.
for me, and I'll say this publicly. I
Mhm.
I already told my family. I don't put me in a box. I'm
Really?
not in a box. Get, get me, dispose of me. Give me, and then that's it. Put a picture, and that's it. I'm probably not gonna like the picture unless I lost a lot of weight again, and then, yeah, that's different. But
So,
and I'm gonna say this to be put in a casket and just perhaps not even look right. I'll say it like that. It's just sad. Yeah, I've been to some in some wakes where it's like, oh God, like, we don't even look like the person no more, or whatever the situation is.
Mhm.
yeah.
I don't care if whatever my demise will be, uh, don't put a close casting, just be me, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
see the round table.
Right. Right. So are you saying, do you not want to be buried either? Or are you just the thought of being in a,
You can. I mean, whatever they want to do with me after, I really don't care.
okay.
That's I'm
Okay.
fine. I'm not on the circle.
Got it. Okay.
Is Fred going in and out, or is that me? Sorry, you guys.
Less people I
Well,
don't like
I can't
I,
hear you.
people that I don't that
I
I don't know
see both of you, but Fred's audio was going in and out a little bit.
Okay.
what is it doing it again or
Yeah, your audio was kind of going in and out but your picture is there, but
Yeah.
audio
Well,
was
that was it. Yeah, well, that's just people that I don't know. That I don't approve of in life. I don't want them to come in my house. You know, I would,
Mhm. You're funny. Yeah. It Harding says, just cremate me and stuff my chest with a couple bags of popcorn. So I will start popping and trip the guy out of that's my funny.
Oh my gosh. That's
Dang.
funny.
I have a prima that is her job. She's the crematorium at our local.
Oh, my cousin could do that. She won that autopsy
Mhm.
person.
Really? Yeah. So I don't know. You got to have a special like thing about you to be able to
Oh, yeah.
do that. I couldn't do that, but she does it, and she's good at her job. She loves her job, and she's very compassionate and caring. So I could see how, you know, it takes a special person for dealing with grieving families in all aspects of dealing with service.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
why
Welcome, Heather. I gotta meet Heather.
I've seen the process in real life. And you
you're cutting out again, Fred. I'm not sure what is going on.
know what?
Okay, drop out and come back in. I'm not sure. Yeah, his picture was there, but the audio was kind of in and out. Yes, welcome, Heather. So you got to meet Heather this weekend? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
To
I
me?
gotta meet Heather. She's so beautiful and she's
Aw.
kind. She's
Right on.
from Sunny's chat.
Okay.
Sunny's
All
channel.
right.
Welcome
Much
over
love,
here,
Heather.
Heather. Welcome, welcome.
That's right. Much love, Heather. There you go, amiga. Good to see you. The beautiful Nay Love. There she is. Good to see you, gorgeous. Always. Always. Gas mask. Yo, what's good? Good to see you too. Jojo says salute everyone here tonight.
Edie.
There she is. I don't want a viewing of myself in a box either. Okay.
Mm,
Remember me as the goofy person I am. I love that, Dee.
yeah, that's cool. That
Yeah.
my aunt takes it. My aunt's like that too. She's like, I don't want nobody looking at me all crazy, and I'm like, how would you know?
Right.
Yeah, so that's funny how Dee says that same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like some people, well, you like, as you know, Denise, for example, with my maternal grandma, my daughter and I did her makeup and her hair.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how we were going to feel, you know, until we literally got into that room.
Yeah.
But like an overwhelming feeling of peace came over both of us.
Oh, wow.
And we just had like her favorite oldies music playing.
Nice.
And we were just doing her
Yeah.
hair and makeup, and we knew she's not there, right? But we're just talking to her and like, oh, you look so beautiful, and like
Aw.
braiding her long black braid and how she
Mm.
have it. And then when my stepfather passed, I went and did his hair how he would wear it and had to shave and line up his beard because it was a little overgrown from how he would have it. And that was a very special, it was hard, but it was a special
Okay.
moment.
Yeah,
to
I can imagine, but I think that because you know, we were there for my family members too, my grandma, my sister, my brother,
Mhm.
when they had transitioned in that moment, you know.
Mhm.
So I mean, I could see that being that
Okay.
they're your relative, you know, it's
Yeah.
your relative, and you could have that special time with them. So I could see that.
Right. Yeah. All right. You good, Fred? We hear you? You hear us?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah.
You guys can tell me. I don't know
Okay.
if that.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
so
think it's
I
different
don't
for
know.
everyone. It's some people,
So,
you know, you can handle that, and some people you can't. And then I'm sure it's different if it's like, God forbid, something like your child or something like that. That
Yeah.
would probably be totally different. But you know, we're all different. I've been to, I will say, 2 funerals where the person did not look at all like
Like,
how they should have looked, and that
Mhm.
was really traumatizing. Yeah.
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 So, but
And-
you
and-
know,
and-
you there, Fred?
I think he froze. Did I freeze?
It froze. It froze. Jojo LB. Good to see you. It's been a
Jojo.
minute. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Fred is frozen.
Yeah, it is big time. Look at it.
Look at that's how he's gonna look on his photo. No,
And
not at all. There you go.
just like right now, but whatever
Yeah, I
it was,
know,
you know,
you
how
know,
it goes.
like,
But it was a good freeze. You froze
Yeah,
in
it
a good
was.
position.
you went off.
You weren't awkward. Like
Yeah,
your
okay.
mouth wasn't open. It was nothing weird.
Okay,
I'm always
cool. So
thinking
I,
like
I
that.
look like a,
All weird.
due to the subject, I look like a good corpse.
Right?
Anyways.
It was a good picture.
Thank you, thank you. No, guys. Like I think in that sense too, because when my mom passed and everybody was like, hey, well, we'll go, but we wanna you to have a viewing, you know.
Mhm.
But my mom was in a coma for 4 years. You had 4 years to come to your late out. I'm not gonna do that no more.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So I say that to say this: go visit somebody when they're still alive. You know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's it,
Yeah.
really. You don't want to see them in their last, just kind of like,
Yeah.
I
If
get
you're
it.
able
It's a
to, for
respect,
sure.
and I can respect it if that's the case, and go pay my last respects. But I'd rather, communicate with people while they're still here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I started doing like taking my mom flowers. I don't take her flowers every single time I see her, but after like a few weeks, I'll take her a new thing of flowers because she loves purple roses.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's a Ed
flowers.
Hardy says, when I buried my son in 2009, I only allowed myself and my mom to view him. That was the
Oh, wow.
selfishness of me because that was my baby boy.
Mm.
I'm so sorry for your loss, Hit Hard, and
Sorry.
it's understandable that you handle that however you feel in that moment.
Oh yeah, yeah. Condolences, man. That's
Condolences for
you
sure.
know,
Yep.
I had this friend of mine that we always saw ourselves, ran into each other at the oh, thank you. We always saw each other at wakes, at these funerals and wakes and stuff. All the freaking time, it never failed. Run into him at the store or whatever. For the most part, it was at a somebody's wake or a funeral. And we were working together just a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "You know what, man? He's you ever notice it?"
Oh no, it froze again.
Oh, we'll be back right now. I don't know. The Wi-Fi must be tripping tonight.
I don't know what's going on. I think it's my Wi-Fi or something, guys. Sorry.
It's okay.
And he said, you know what, man? He goes, you know what, Fred? He goes, if you happen to pass, he goes, before me, he goes, I will go up to the front and speak for you, bro. He goes, I
Aw.
would go up and say, you know what? He was a good dude, this and this and that, right? I was like, wait, you know what? Thank you, bro. Thank you,
Well, that's cool.
And he said, he goes, I don't know what anybody's gonna say about me, bro. He goes, but you better go up there and say I was a good dude if I go before you, right? So we were laughing. But lo and behold, he
What?
happened to pass.
Aw.
And I was going to work. They had got strict at work and I couldn't miss.
Mhm.
Well, that day I missed. I had made a promise to him that I would do this.
Right on.
And I went up and told the story. I gave you guys the short version right now, but I went up and told the story.
Mhm.
And, when I said, you know what, he said he don't know what people would say about him. And everybody kind of like, everybody in the room, like they laughed, it was a laugh. I got a laugh from it.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, you were a good dude, man. And that's it. And I walked away, And to me, it felt good because I completed that promise to him,
Mhm.
And had I not gone, I think it would have bothered me. I was supposed to be bothered,
Yeah.
So, yeah. But anyhow, so that's the.
Well, you
that's
did
the
your
story.
part. That's what's up. That's
That's
Yeah.
cool.
a good
Yeah,
thing.
you know.
Yeah. Let's kind of switch gears and just talk on a trending topic, and that is the trending topic of what's going on with Shannon Sharp.
Oh,
Shay Shay.
Oh man.
I mean, we'll be careful with our words, but
Yeah.
there's some kind of situation going down. A lot of people are calling it a shakedown. A lot of people are saying Unc was a freak. So
Yeah.
I don't know quite what to make of it because I'm hearing different things. But I mean, this is all, you know what I mean? The full facts are not out, guys, and this is just opinions and conspiracies at this point. So we'll just see.
Well, there's audio of him saying that that he was gonna harm her.
Yeah.
That he was gonna harm her and stuff. And
With all this
But
AI
then-
stuff, you guys, though, but I don't know.
Yeah.
well, then they said that he was reading from a script.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't believe that part.
Really? Okay.
Well, I mean, I don't believe he was reading from a script. That's kind of like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, but okay. But again, plain advocate here.
Mhm.
We don't know what goes on in the bedroom. We shouldn't even care, for that
Right.
matter. But maybe
Yeah.
they had a thing going, and that was probably not a bad thing going in. Now it sounds like a bad thing,
Mhm.
And unfortunately, look, and I'll say it again, being an advocate about it. The guy's, what is he? He's 56.
Yeah.
He's seen somebody that's 19 years old, but okay, in a perverted state of mind, I'd say, okay, she's of age, and I'm not condoning.
Mhm.
But what does a 19-year-old see in a 56-year-old man? Unless it's just,
Vice versa. Yeah. It's like
yeah.
either way you
Well,
look at it, it's crazy.
What is that? Coach? What's his name?
Belichick? Is that how you say it?
Look at that guy. Did you see that video lady on him? She was like,
Yes. I
wow.
mean, that's switching. We're going to switch into that one. We're
I was
going to switch
comparing
into
the
that
age,
story next. But as far as the thing with Shannon Sharp, let's finish that one up real quick. So,
Mhm.
What? And to me, it's like it's kind of. I mean, I'm not defending the guy, but at the end of the day, if you got, I mean, come on, there's people who straight up lie just to harm other people. Let's just call it what it is, right?
Yeah.
So, what do you think is going to happen to somebody who has millions and is in a high profile celebrity status in a sense? And I'm not saying he didn't do it. He could be guilty. He could be wrong. I'm not saying this or that. But it's just I think it's a me personally. I think it's a trend.
Mhm.
It's become a trend now because if you look at it, think about it. You had Hugh Hefner
yeah.
technically doing the same thing. Nobody ever accused him of anything.
Yeah.
It was all
Until he was gone. And now there's all kinds of, there's a
yeah.
whole series out about him now. All the girls
Yeah.
telling stuff.
But then it's probably people trying to go after their estate or whatever. I mean, at the end of I don't know. It's whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to even take it, to be honest with you. And I don't want to sound wrong. I'm not condoning it. I'm not saying that he's innocent. I'm not.
Right.
I'm kind of on the fence with it. I just think it's wrong all the way around. Like it's just wrong all the way around. If he did it, then hey, he's wrong for that. He's wrong for putting himself in that predicament to begin with. And if again, he's wrong again because he allowed somebody to kind of invade his privacy and join him into something that he felt it could be sacred between two people, consenting adults in a sense. And now because he probably sees the opportunity to do something, now he's in the whichever way you look at it, he's at a loss.
Yeah. Dee,
You know.
I'm saying you took
You
the
know.
words right out of my mind and my mouth.
Yeah.
I've been saying he's a little zesty.
Yeah.
A little sprinkle of sugar in his tank.
Somebody said that. I saw somebody had mentioned that too though. He says, I thought he was a little zesty.
I mean, I don't know. I was thinking that for a while, but I'm going to say this, like anybody, man or woman, who is on a platform, whether that be a podcast or whatever, where you are earning massive amounts of money, you are a target.
Yeah.
And you are going to come across people who want to do you harm and are going
Yeah.
to come for you financially.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like you
No.
like that. They are viewing you in a way how to extort you. I'm not saying I'm speaking for this particular case, but it very well could be. Okay.
In general. Yeah.
The girl, I mean, yes, she was only 19 or 20, but she was, I won't say the full word. She had an OF account. She was already doing work that was in that type of,
Yeah.
industry.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, I feel like there's just a lot around this, but
Yeah.
apparently he had offered a payout. Either he or his lawyers offered a payout of like 10 million. It was shut down, and now what is it, like 50 million or something that's being asked for? Now
Yeah.
his like ESPN's allegedly looking to let him go because ESPN is saying this is not a good look. We're part of Disney. This is not what we want. And it's crazy because he just came up with that super viral interview with Cat Williams,
Mhm.
and it
Yeah.
blew up his podcast even more than it was. And now look.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, but then again, like you said, he's a target, and a lot of people are targets too. Though, like I said, the money speaks volumes. Success says a lot. I mean, and in reality, we don't even know who we're talking to one day. The next day they
Yeah,
can be,
I'm telling you.
superstar. Now it's like, or you could be with somebody and then it doesn't work out. But then later on, that person becomes successful, and it's like, hey, guess what? You know what he did to me? Like, and it's just kind of like
Right.
that's why I say
Yeah.
it's like a, and I hate to say it like that, guys, to kind of sound like a male chauvinist over here, like, but I believe it's a trend.
Yeah.
I believe it starts to be a trend now, and it's just an easy way out, and it's pretty much a trap,
Yeah.
for any for anybody really. I mean, that's not. I don't know. It's just kind of weird, It's just kind
Yeah.
of weird.
Well, like you said, Fred, the money. Oh,
Yeah, the money will make anybody look
oh.
better, in a sense. I've actually witnessed this. There was
Mhm.
one time I heard this girl saying one time, and this was back in like 2003,
Mhm.
where 50 Cent was like the hot rapper at the time, the superstar, meaning hot as in his music. And no Diddy here. And the girl said, we were watching TV, and I heard a girl say, somebody here in the family, a relative and stuff, and they said, he is kind of cute, and I was like, really? Or is it the success?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a success. It's what people call today a vibe. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
you're in the moment. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, somebody's attractive or whatever, and not mean nothing by it.
Mhm.
But when money will make somebody look real good, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fortunately for me, I mean, without it, I mean, this is just what it is.
Yeah.
Anyways, anyway, but it's no, seriously, guys, I think it's a sad thing, though. Seriously, I
Yeah.
think it's a sad thing for because we live in a time now where it's not innocent until proven guilty. It's guilty until proven innocent now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You're
people kind
right.
of like the internet should judge and jury, and they'll run with that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that's where I think it's sad.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
very
That's
sad.
where I really think it's sad. It's
Yeah.
like, wow, this is like crazy. You put a jacket like that on somebody. But
Yeah.
I'm also a firm believer that everything comes out in the end.
Mhm.
And hopefully these people
Well,
aren't incarcerated or gone. When all this comes out in the end. Like,
it says in the book, in our good book, it says what is it? Evil will be the the good.
The new
yeah,
good, and yeah, everything will be like opposite
Reverse.
of what it should be. That's crazy.
yeah. Because you even have a lot of celebrities now defending Michael Jackson that it never happened. That it was the parents wanted to extort him,
Yeah.
you know. And for a lot of people are still, like, oh, well, no, I believe it was, because now we implanted that in somebody's head, and it's just,
Mhm.
and people love bad news, people love bad
Yeah.
news.
Okay.
They do, right?
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
that's what it says.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad
People,
news is the new good news.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's sad,
And
but
especially now with the
like
internet,
drama.
but but I believe in karma. I believe everything comes back to get you tenfold, and hopefully, hopefully he I mean, if he did it, he's got to pay for his for
Yeah.
his
I
his
think
for his
there's going to be a lot more coming out within the next week.
yeah. Who knows? You can play this back later on and be like, man, he was wrong. Because more stuff came out.
Yeah.
But at least at this point in time,
Mm-hmm.
the people were intact because they also said they're going to release a
Sorry, guys.
30-second movie clip of a S tape
Oh,
of him.
Okay. That's what
Yeah.
I had heard. But then
Yeah.
supposedly he said, allegedly, supposedly, Shannon Sharp says, well, if you're going to release 10 seconds, then release, or 30 seconds, release the full 10 minutes. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
calm down. Are you trying to say I can go more than 30 seconds?
yeah.
Yeah.
Or do you really want us to see 10 minutes of
Yeah.
you doing your thing? Like,
Yeah,
what's the deal?
man, he's
You know what I think? And I'm just going to throw my little guess out there. I don't know these people in real life, him or her. I don't get down like they do. But what I think is this is a case of, and I'm just guessing, some kind of fetishized role play type dysfunction.
Mhm.
And I don't know. To me, like even I'm guessing, guys, okay? So no, I'm not like trying, oh, you're shaming the victim, or don't do that to me. So
Yeah.
I feel like the tone of her voice was like very monotone. Like when he said, yeah, I'm gonna like I'm not gonna say the word. She's
Yeah.
like, no, I don't want you to do that. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know this. It kind of sounded
Mhm.
like you might want that. I'm
Yeah.
not sure. Like,
Yeah.
God forbid, but I don't know. Some people are into that like role play type weird.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, Fred, we shouldn't even know about this. If that's your get
Yeah.
down,
I mean,
keep it
Yeah.
where it needs to be.
And there's too much out in the
he wanted
open
it
now.
out there. He's gonna get it out there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, he already said if you're gonna show
Yeah, I mean,
10 seconds and show the full 10 minutes, it's like, dude, you
Right.
got a problem.
yeah.
That's probably
Yeah.
why she's mad.
Right.
You got 10 minutes? No, no. I'm you
Jojo,
got a problem,
If
buddy.
you open your door,
Yeah.
if you open your bedroom door to
Right.
that, like, come on now.
Jojo says, Fred, watch it and let us know. So that's your homework.
Yeah, if it's 10 minutes, Shannon Sharp needs to call me and be like, hey, bro, I got to teach you some skills over here. But no Diddy, just hey,
Watch it and get back to us. Report back to us, please.
I'm not trying to see Shannon Sharp.
Okay. Oh, I don't know.
No pun intended, right? I was like,
Hey, but he did. I remember a while back, supposedly his Instagram live accidentally clicked on when he was getting busy.
No.
Oh, yeah, it did. I didn't see it live or hear it. I guess it was just a whole lot of noises. And the phone was facing
Accidentally. Good
Yeah.
Lord.
But so people were like, yeah, something was going on. And then supposedly he's like, oh, sorry. And it was an accident. I don't know how you accidentally go live in the
middle. Yeah. It'd be like this. Go. I wanted to film it because I won 11 minutes that night. No.
Right.
So, and what is it? MB's, what is it? The channel? They want to get rid of him like from a long time ago, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. He should have got a Kardashian. He would. Oh my gosh! Right? They would have pulled that, buttoned it up, and put it into a nice little package and made it go super viral. Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Kardashians came into fold here. I mean,
Yes. So, like
yeah.
Denise was saying, the whole Bill Belichick story. If you guys did not see that interview, what was that one all about?
Well,
You
they
know,
just
I'm not
showing
sure
who's,
I caught up with that.
Didi's like, I spot that too, Didi.
he
That-
looks so dumb. He made himself look really, really dumb, intimidated by his young lady.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So, what was the purpose of that interview in the first place? Bill Belichick's being interviewed by some kind of, I don't know. He looked like a younger news reporter, right?
Yeah.
And he's wearing like a torn NYC sweatshirt. I'm like, okay, he's super like trendy, I guess, wearing a vintage NYC sweatshirt.
Yeah.
I don't know the guy, but he seemed very like out of touch with the questions that were being answered. But the creepy part was his 24-year-old girlfriend, Jordan, was just an earshot away in the same room that he's being interviewed in. So it's like,
I think she wanted that interview saved for her, and that's kind of how I'm going to back her up on.
oh, okay.
Looking at it like that, maybe she wanted her shine for later, but right now it was like she was saying, no, we're not talking about that right now. But she shouldn't have said it the way she said it. It kind of made her look controlling, right?
Yeah, it made her look super controlling.
Yeah.
And that's not a good look, especially when you're dating a 73-year-old man.
Right? Yeah.
But you know what bothered me about this? Not only, I mean, they showed only that little snippet of the interview. I mean, they showed the interview, but they showed that little snippet. But there's also parts of the interview where you can hear the interviewer asking Bill Belichick questions, and she's just cackling, laughing in the background, like annoying.
Oh no.
So it to me felt like she very much wanted the attention of the interview and wanted to kind of throw it off. That's what it felt like to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see it, so I'm kind of out of the loop. But
yeah,
but
the best part was when the interviewer was asking him, "Oh, I see that you've posted these pictures recently, and you're part of the." I don't know. The interviewer combined the name of Facebook and Instagram together and called it Facegram, or I don't know, something. He did that, right? Like you have social media now, and Bill Belichick looks all confused. He's like, yeah, I have those. And like, what? And the interviewer's like, yeah, I seen you have pictures of you guys posing together. Like you have your legs straight up in the air.
Oh, yeah, when he's holding her out like
he's posing on your legs, your feet, like a yoga pose. And he's so confused. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah. I guess this was on her Instagram. I'm like, bro probably didn't even know those pictures were out there. And he's just frolicking in the sand with her, not even knowing he's
all photoshopped.
That's the scary part too, where people could just film whatever, I mean, and you're on the internet. You're on the internet all of a sudden. What the heck? Like, I don't know.
Judy says, I heard this 73-year-old. Apparently, I don't know, but it was enough that NYC sweatshirt was ripped up.
That was, I mean,
it was something.
What was the point of that?
I don't know, man.
Well, apparently she wants to get paid for that interview, so she's gonna wait to answer any questions on how they met. Was he really holding her up like a swan or a dove or whatever?
Yeah, because I'm sorry, but he looked pretty flexible. And to me, I'm thinking, I don't even think I could hold her up like that.
I know, right? He's
like 73 doing that. I think my legs would be wobbling trying to hold her. Like, take the picture.
How many times did that?
Right.
We're heading into, when people are doing that now, we're heading into a whole other realm now where people are saying what's behind closed doors. Whatever they like to do and stuff like that. I mean, I don't care what it is. All that stuff should be private, I mean, what the...
I can't even repeat it, but Hitnard, you said it, not me.
Oh man.
Huh.
That's funny.
She's the new mascot.
But hey,
I
you know,
guess. Right?
it was just, yeah.
So
I mean,
we'll have to see what comes out of this whole thing next
Right.
week, I'm sure.
Right. Next week, I'm sure we'll hear something. But that's wild. I mean, I feel like that's a lot going on out there. I feel like there was one other thing we were gonna say or touch on. What was it?
Oh, I had it in my mind a little while ago. I forgot. I know we had talked about it. God darn it. Oh, I don't know. I put myself on the spot now. I forgot what it was.
Now, Fred.
Right.
Yeah, no, I'm starting to think like, how did he do that? No, for real, I'm just kidding.
Now we want to know, how did he get so much strength in his legs? To hold
Yeah,
up?
how do you do that?
I know.
Yeah.
We're all going to start doing yoga like him.
Hey. No, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just. I just think people are exposing a little too much now about what happened behind closed doors and what people like to do, whatever the situation is.
Right.
That's what should be. I don't know. All for
I
the
mean,
sake of.
it's kind of scary too, because what if you're being filmed, like, what if somebody's doing, like, filming you in your own room?
You know what? I've heard of stuff like that. I have a friend who she was filmed without her knowledge. And she later found out, yes. She later found out, like, this guy had put his cell phone up, like, in his closet and just cracked the door just enough.
No way, man.
Yes. And he was, like, exhorting her to, like, stay with him. And would keep telling her, like, I remember, I have that video. I was like,
wow.
Dang,
I mean, you can get sued for that, because that's your privacy.
There's laws for that.
But you probably don't know or are familiar with the show Hogan Heroes. Those people that are a lot older that don't know there was a show called Hogan Heroes. I believe it was in the 70s.
Army movie?
Hogan's Heroes. The guy.
Army movie?
Yeah, like Army.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, it was Army. It was like Army, like there were Germans and stuff like that in that show. It was a sitcom.
Yeah.
There was an actor named Bob Crane on that show. There's a movie based on his life. It's titled Autofocus. And he was unalived, what they believe, in his bed with a golf club. And I mean, they pretty much, use his head like an egg, just so you guys understand. And I think he's buried in Westwood, right there in Southern California, in LA. In the middle of where all the buildings are. He's there, but they believe it was the manager that did it. It's still an unsolved case.
Really?
But they believe that because he was into that, he was into filming, his acts with women and so on and so forth, and they believe that was a case that he probably had something over somebody, and they unalived him for that. This happened way back. I believe I want to say the 70s, late 70s maybe, when that happened. And Bob Crane from the show Hogan Heroes, and it also starred Richard Dawson, he did the Family Feud. The guy he did the Family Feud way back in the day. He was the one that would kiss all the women.
Yeah.
He was on that show. But the guy Bob Crane, that's what happened to him because of that. They said because he was filming his acts, his S acts in the bedroom.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So it's an interesting, it's an interesting story when you think about it. Like, wow. And then with technology today, you don't have to have a setup kind of deal. It could just be whatever, And,
okay, that's a good point. You brought me back to what this other story was that I was thinking. let me just
Wow.
bring this up
Mhm.
as a cautionary tale for us and for everyone that's watching this now and will see this.
Mhm.
I saw a video last night and it creeped me out. I mean, probably I shouldn't have been watching and
What?
scrolling at 2 o'clock in the morning, but I
Oh.
couldn't sleep, right? Which is why I'm so tired now. But there's this lady on TikTok, and she was like, she was really upset. You could tell, right? And she's like, "You guys, I have to tell you what happened to me last night. This is not okay. This is wild. This is not okay." She said, "I was asleep, and she said that she sleeps with her cell phone plugged in, right? I don't know how you guys think about it while I'm telling the story. How do you sleep with your cell phone charging, right? And
Yeah.
what position is your phone? So
Mhm.
she would sleep with her phone, well, for example, on something like this,
Mhm.
and she would have it facing her bed. And then she will have what caught my attention is because I don't have my phone in that position, but I also sleep with the sound of rain going at night to kind of drown out other noises and just help me relax.
Uh-huh.
So she said, I have the sound of rain going. I'm sleeping. She said, all of a sudden, I kept hearing this like rustling noise coming from my phone. And she's like, I'm in my sleep, but you know that stage of sleep where you're asleep, but something is trying to wake you up, like something's not right.
Yeah.
So she's like, and then I realize in my sleep, the sound she's hearing is the sound of a microphone being played with or moved around.
Mm.
Yes. So she said she wakes up, turns over, looks at her phone, and there's a man's face staring back at her.
Oh, heck no.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yes.
heck no.
Yes. She's
Oh,
so
no.
scared. She's so scared. Thank you, AC. Shout out. She knocks her phone over and it's like facing the ceiling now. So it can't see her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she runs into her like restroom area and the voice starts yelling, come back, come back.
Oh
Oh,
no.
heck no.
And then he starts speaking another language.
Oh my god.
I'm telling you, when I saw this video, and it wasn't like one of those where she's just making this up to go
No,
viral.
that's
I
scary.
could feel she was scared to death.
That's scary.
And she's like, I don't know how somebody hacked my phone, but somebody hacked my phone and was watching me from my own camera.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So think
Freaky.
about, I'm not trying to freak you guys out, but I'm trying
Oh
to
no.
make sure we're all cautious. When you sleep tonight, put your phone like face down,
Oh yeah, I do.
or
I do
you
that.
know what I mean?
I do that.
Don't
Yeah.
leave it where it's like facing you in bed or where
Right.
you're changing, whatever you're doing. Do not do that, okay? Because
Oh, no.
this lady
Definitely.
was shaken up
Thank you.
bad. Thank you.
I even hate being on the phone like this, like at the store, because people think you're recording. Like it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when you're just
Recording
on your
that.
phone. I have to stop doing that because I don't want people to think I'm recording them.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like, no, I'm on the phone, but
Yeah. Yeah. Just like when someone's standing in front of you, right? I don't like doing that because I'm like, the way when someone's in front of you, the way you're holding your phone, it's like kind of pointed at them. And I never want them to think I'm
right.
like I'm
No, me either.
recording
But I
you.
can't see. I'm so dumb. I'm like this. I'm like, I can't see. Even if I have my glasses on, I still have to raise it.
I've had people shoot photos that like I later on see photos of myself where I'm like, really, like this is kind of creepy. Like that's not normal for people to do that. Like to shoot a photo of somebody without their knowledge, you know.
Right. No way. That's
Hey.
Yeah. So I don't know what that was about.
Yeah.
Hopefully she turned. I don't know what they can do, but hopefully she did call some kind of authority
Oh my gosh,
that could go through her phone and see who and how somebody tapped into her personal phone. So
Yeah,
just be cautious, guys. You know,
Thank you
that's
for
crazy.
that. Yeah, no, that's creepy. That was on TikTok. You said?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
try to. I think I might have saved it. I'll send it to you guys because yeah, it was
yeah.
a little
I'll check
Scary.
it out.
startling.
Yeah, I'll
But
check it out. Yeah.
yeah. So coming up this next week, what do we have going on, Fred? Anything on your end?
You know what? I'm thinking of. I already have some content in the can.
Okay.
But I may release the video. I did record a Forever Genesis performance at the
Okay.
at the show. So I mean, it rained that day, so it kind of just like kind of took the vibe a little bit, you know.
Mhm.
But I mean, I mean, yeah, I really enjoy. I didn't record
Nice.
the very first part of the performance. I was truly enjoying it. Everything was awesome, and then I started recording, you know, just
Yeah.
to have it. So I might, I might put that up and then save it, you know, save the content for next week.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
Yeah.
And I like your breakdown of how you did, you know, about her career and Tony A's career and your spin on it
Oh
that
yeah,
you did. It's
yeah,
very
yeah. You know what? I'll share something with you guys though. A lot of people freak out like, "Hey man, you know, you wrote that out, like whatever." I write it right down the spot. I write down the spot. It's not
wow.
pre-written and looked over and stuff, and that's
Good
why
idea.
there's typos.
That's
And I
you
just
have a
boom, 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 boom,
natural, yeah, you have a very natural knack for that.
Mhm.
yeah,
That's good.
thank you. Yeah, I've been told this in school too. They would tell me all the time, like, "Hey, I had a teacher one time sign my yearbook says to a future author."
Oh,
And
nice.
people
What?
today, people today would be like, what's that?" Anyways,
Ah,
you know what I mean?
oh, yeah.
Oh my
You
gosh.
know,
But that's
I'd be out of business. I'd be out of business.
right.
But I
That's
mean, yeah, it's just a thing, and I have a passion for that too. Though I just, you know,
nice.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
That's good.
yeah,
That's
so
good.
that's really it. That's really it, guys. That I got going on. Yeah, yeah. There's some other things going on, but I'll keep that private. I'll keep that private. I'll tell you guys off
Okay.
air.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
That sounds good. What about you, sis? Do you have anything special going on this week?
Um,
Thank you.
just
Thank you.
my brother from another mother's funeral is coming up on Friday, so not looking forward to that. Just
Okay.
that, and then
Prayers.
Cinco de Mayo this week, next week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
My sister and my nephew's birthdays on the 5th. No, the 6th, day after Cinco de Mayo.
Six. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, day after.
Yeah. That would be the
They
sixth. Yep.
celebrate the same. They celebrate that day. Mom and son, my sister and her son,
Oh, okay.
my godson. So yeah. That's it, you guys.
Nice.
Nothing crazy. Just having to deal with that and
That's crazy, Floyd. You
What
hear
else?
that? Floyd says the teacher that signed my yearbook too. She also put the phone number in there.
oh,
Hey,
Solid.
they're-
Graduating that year, so it was
ay,
legit.
ay, ay.
That's funny, Floyd.
You know what, hey, Floyd? You know what? The teachers did not look that great in my era. So yeah, they put the picture. I wasn't going to call nobody. I wasn't going to call nobody.
All right.
Hey, thank you, Love Grace. Thank you, appreciate it.
There you go. Shout outs. Yes. Happy
Big
early
deal.
Mother's
Yeah.
Day. That's right.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, shout out to Melvin. I saw him in the at the G Lu party thing. Hey, he's looking sharp, man. He was looking sharp right there.
Swagged
You
out.
know,
all the time.
sharp.
Let me tell you.
With his sweater and his tie, you know, everything. Like,
You know what's
Melvin.
funny? You know what's funny, Fred? Because like he's Melvin's dresses the way he dresses. That's what I fell in love with. Because back in the day, it was like teenage Joe, and he hit
Yeah.
right on the nose, right with that. So I was like on level with teenage Joe, the way they dress and stuff. And what was I going to tell you? Oh, so I think it was the night before, and I'm like, you know what? I picture you wearing that, like a tie with a nice dress shirt, and he goes, I was gonna wear that. And I'm like, shut up.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna wear that. And I said, wow, I don't know what made I was picturing him wearing that, you know, a
How
tie with a dress
cute.
shirt and sweater over.
Yeah.
And yeah, he goes, I was gonna wear that. And I'm like, that's
No, but you know what, man? He has a like I like the way he looked. You know, he knows how to dress it. You know, and it fits
yeah,
him.
yeah.
That's the thing because that's the other thing too. As a man and females as well. You know,
Hmm.
we gotta know what looks right on us. You know, like
Yeah.
it can't
Yeah.
just be. You know, like what I said earlier about you know, and I joked about it about a lime green suit. It
Mm.
would probably look good, but you have to have the shape for it and you know a certain look for it or a complexion even for that
Mhm.
matter. It's not for everybody, you
Yeah,
know, things like that. And that's what I noticed about Melvin. I truly I
yeah,
admire that because he really looked sharp, man. Like
yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool, you
And
know,
that's his,
and
that's his
Good to
thing.
see
That's his
you.
thing, though. He
that's good though. You know, things are really nice and he looks really sharp, you know. And hey,
his grandma
shout out to
showed
him.
him how
Hey,
to
Mr.
crease.
Liverpool.
That's cool.
His grandma showed him
Yeah.
how to crease and iron. I think it was his grandma, and then just always his clothes are always in the cleaners, and yeah, he Melvin's always had that about him, which is really cool because that's what I fell in love with. Like I
Yeah.
really did.
That's
And,
cool that you hype him up too and tell him like I was thinking that would look good on you. That would
yeah,
be very helpful to have someone
well,
to
and like I
Yes.
said, he didn't need my two. Like he doesn't need. But it was funny how that happened because I was like, I pictured you wearing this, and I told him, and he goes, I was gonna wear that. I was like, shut up.
Oh, nice.
So that was funny.
That's
yeah.
what it is, though. But that's you know, like I said, I mean, yeah, no. And there's one thing that you know when you can see somebody and they look, you know, just look good. They're rocking whatever they're wearing. They're rocking it, and that's what he
Yeah,
does. You
yeah.
know, and shout out to Melvin.
Right on.
Like for
Thank you.
real.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this week, let's see. This is I don't even know. I'm having to look at the calendar because I'm so behind with
Thank
everything.
you.
Yeah,
Mm.
tomorrow's the first, so 1st of May,
Yeah.
right?
Oh my gosh.
So
Yeah.
there it is, 1st of May, and I will be on Moss Movies and Shows tomorrow. I'll share that on the community post so you guys can tap in. And let's see, my daughter has her 6th grade promotion ceremony
Oh my.
Nice.
on Monday.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And then my grandson has his surgery on the 7th. And then, yeah, doctor's appointments, this, that, and the other. But I'm going to try to squeeze in some recording and some live. I got to get back at it, start making something happen here so
Yeah.
I can survive. You got to do something, right? But this was fun, you guys. Next week,
Yeah,
same time,
always.
same place. We will think of something, try and switch it up a little bit too. We're almost to 90 episodes. So,
Wow.
Wow.
man, it's pretty cool. Thank you, sis. All right, guys. Much love to everyone. Thank you for tapping in.
Yep. Thank
I
you all.
appreciate you. All right, guys. See you next week.
Bye guys. Have a good one.
Noches.